Boker Tov. Boker Tov, Susie.
Good morning. We are so close to the end of the counting of the Omer, moving through, ready to ascend the holy mountain.
The ascent.
We've been moving through, we moved through the Song of Songs, and now we've kind of been going back.
The song.
Today, chapter 2, so much of the song goes back to chapter 2, where she is the Shoshana Bein HaKochim, to be a Shoshana Bein HaKochim. What does it mean to be that lily or that rose, that flower among the thorns?
We get a full description of what it means physically.
Yeah,
Those physical descriptions there.
we do, but
There's four of them in here.
Yeah, right.
Lots of.
Mm-hmm.
Those are interesting. Some from the top down, some from the bottom up.
Right. So, I think big picture, this notion is, I've been having this conversation with people lately. Why do you do the right thing if nobody's watching? Why do you do the right thing just because it's the right thing? Even if it's a sacrifice, even if it's hard. And, part of it is, if you're asking the question, then you already know your nature. Your nature is to be the lily among the thorns. It doesn't matter what else is going on in the world. It still draws you. It still nudges you. Your nature still draws you to do the right thing,
The right thing.
The right thing.
It's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it.
Yeah. So I like that notion for lots of different reasons. And that's where the journey takes us in Song of Songs. She's not seduced by the wealth. She's not seduced by the riches of the court. She's not seduced by the benefits of the harem or by Shlomo himself. She's not seduced. She does what's right because it's right for her. And she ends up back in the pasture where she begins, as a lily among the valleys,
Looking for a shepherd.
Looking for her shepherd because he's her love. He's her bashert, and she doesn't compromise. And others will not understand. They'll criticize her, but she'll do what's right. So we are, 46 days?
Yeah.
Into the counting of the Omer. Today, Wednesday, June 1st, the first day of Pride Month. The new moon of Sivan.
Right?
It's the new moon of Sivan. It's the new moon of Sivan.
What kind of tea are we drinking?
It's yeah, that's your place. What is it?
We're drinking a fine black tea from the mountainsides of Ceylon, now Sri Lanka. Planted there in the late 19th century. Camellia sinensis by Scottish tea man James Taylor. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'akol nihiyeh bidvaro. Everything created according to your word. Drink tea often. We should read that piece. Okay, here we go. V'arev na Adonai Eloheinu et divrei toratcha b'fiinu ובפי עמך בית ישראל ונחיה אנחנו וצאצאינו וצאצאי עמך בית ישראל, כולנו יודעי שמך, ולומדי תורתך לשמה. ברוך אתה אדוני, המלמד תורה לעמו ישראל. O God, pause. May the words of your teachings be pleasant, ha'arevna, on our lips. Lips of all of those that come into our screens so we can spend a time in learning for the opening onto awareness that learning signifies. Also for the sacred community, the sacred conventicle of those who learn with us, that are attached to each other through learning, and also for the mysteries of its own sake. Blessed are you who teaches to your people in this fashion. Amen. Amen. Okay, let's see here. We're in, what's today, 46 of the Omer. We're into the 7th week counting. Today, the weekly energy is the Malkhut. It's the 7th of the energies. We've been through 2 triads, and this, the funnel, the spigot through which the energy spills, the divine overflow, let's call it, the divine overflow. If it spills through the world, into the world through Malkhut, also known as Shekhinah, also known as Kala. And today, the specific energy of the week of Malkhut, the week of its intersection with the world of our being, is Netzach. You think you know, some sort of confidence in Netzach. It has a sense of confidence in it. The week of Malchut, an interior notion when what we learn becomes what we do. The wisdom expressed in our walk in the world, the energy imagined in our feet. Halachti, ani holech, ani holechet. The week of Malchut, body wisdom complete, expressing through our feet, walking wisdom local, and how we walk in the world, holding breath for living truth. Breathe deep through the nose, exhale, and be what you've learned as evidenced through your walk in the world. Today, Netzach, confidence in the strut. Don't strut too much. Tomorrow, moderation. Make it a spiritual experience? Question mark. The first triad, chesed, love, gevura, restraint, tiferet, beauty. The second triad, netzach, you think you know. Hod,
You don't.
yesod, foundation in the body. And then this week, the week of Malchut, the spigot. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu sfirat ha'omer. Hayom shisha v'arbaim yom shehem shisha shvuyot v'arba'a yamim la'omer. Today is day 46 of the Omer, which is 6 weeks and 4 days of the Omer. Bless our president, our vice president, our mayor, and all their noble retinue. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, lots of communications here. Why we count in threes during the Omer? Look ahead. What was missing last week may appear this week. Or together they may make a unity that will be expressed next week, 3 weeks, last week, this week, next week. That's why we think in threes during the Omer. I mean, and here's an obscure one I didn't read yesterday. I think I should read this one.
Okay.
You in the mood for a little mystical
Yeah, of course.
morning?
Yeah,
Why
it's
we
Rosh Chodesh,
okay.
of course.
Why we think three during the Omer? Another opinion. Epigraph. With 32 mystical paths of wisdom, 32 equals the 10 principles, Sfirot, and the 22 letters of the Hebrew alphabet, engraved Yah, and created a world with 3 Sfarim, with text, Sefer, with number or element, Sfar, and with story, Sipur. Sefer Yetzirah, chapter 1, Mishnah 1. There it is, from one of the earliest texts of Jewish mysticism, Sefer Yetzirah, between 3rd and 5th century CE. The 3 interacting principles. There is a text. There is an elemental, that is a finite amount of principles, universals. Some we know, some we may not know. And there are the interpretations, the stories, the limits, only the limits of our imaginations. 3. There is the elemental, fundamental, like Sfirot, a certain set of principles. Let's say, for the sake of discussion, 10. There is a text, a tale. There is the text of existence. There are the individual texts of our lives. And there is the story. Work the text, the story elastic as it is. Again, the limitations, only the limitations of our willingness to work our own tales, to tell our stories, to tell it for more of what it means. That's why we think in threes, triads, during the counting of the Omer.
Yeah, preparing to do this funeral today for this woman who really was, quite a force. She had an adult bat mitzvah, and she wrote about Noah and Abraham, and how Abraham did better than Noah in the realm of compassion. And her message to her family was, kind of be the third. There was Noah who did the best he could do, but only saved his family. And then there was Abraham, who fought for the righteous, right? And showed more compassion than Noah did. But she, in her talk, was challenging her family to do better than she did, And she did a lot. I mean, she graduated college at 16. She had her PhD by the time she was 24. She worked really hard to be a psychoanalyst, and changed the rules so that she didn't have to be a medical doctor. I mean, she really did a lot. She helped a lot of people in St. Louis. She was an analyst for such a long time. But her message was, be better. Be the third, Don't, there's yesterday and there's today, but you are tomorrow, and I'm counting on you to be better.
Yeah.
So I like this triad of things, the part that we don't know yet, the part that we're preparing for, even unknowingly, and what does it take? It takes to be the Shoshana Bein HaKochim. It takes being that purity, that not counting anyone else, as we've said about her, to be her wall. She can be her own wall, or she can choose to be a door if she wants.
A door, a threshold.
Yeah, I mean, she can. It's her choice, though. It's her choice, and being firm about who she is allows the next generation to know who she is, so that they can be better. they can be better. They can reach higher, deeper. They can do more, be better. I mean,
For sure.
what else gives us hope? What else could give us hope?
I hear you, sister.
You hear me?
I do.
Mm-hmm. So I think the Omer and the Shira Shirim and this notion of love carrying us through
Oops.
is, I think has really served us well in this journey.
It's been a good journey, all things considered.
Mm-hmm. All the
We've been
things
through
going
the 8
on.
chapters of Shira Shirim and the things in the land, in our time, in our perimeter, in our environment that's happened during the time we've engaged in this particular study have been truly challenging. We also created text out of it. Yeah, we have the universals, the principles.
Mm-hmm.
We have the texts of our lives.
Mm-hmm.
We have the interpretations, working the text to tell the story, to squeeze it for more of what it means, what it means, what it means. We got to deal with that.
And not, it was certainly what it means, but like you said, and then what do we do with that? How does what we know become what we do?
The works of our hands.
How does what we
As the
know,
psalmist
what
said,
we've learned, become what we do?
What we do. Our walk in the world. Halakti.
The thing about that too for today is, we can't count on old ways, because the old ways have not worked for us. Whether we're talking about, keeping kids safe, we're talking about racism, we're talking about all the old ways have not worked.
I got a great piece about that in my book.
Oh, good.
Really proud of it.
Good. So it's time for something really different, and for what we have learned to become what we do.
Yep.
In all new, in different ways, because again, the old ways have not worked.
That's right, sister. It's good. All right. Should we close? You have to get going.
Yeah.
Let's make
a healing prayer.
The prayers.
Mm-hmm.
Let me do this one first.
Okay.
I like this one now. Isaiah's plan for peace rewrite. Okay. What does it mean? It's a good question, but not the only question. Now, what to do? First, the silent heart of grief, which precedes the what it means question. The world cracked. Hate corrupts, love repairs. We know this. First response, the heart of mourning, opening to the heart of wisdom. Sometime into the future, we will respond by knowing what to do. For now, open a moment to the suffering, still a part of our story, a part of the world's story. Pray for peace in the grandest and most individual ways. Peace of the near and peace of the far. Leave the wound open, let it bleed. Sometime into the future, there may be healing for the losses and some sort of comfort for us all. Amen. The week of Yesod, body wisdom, when what we know becomes what we do.
That's it. That's it.
When memory becomes blessing, it may not be immediate. A stage of grief at first, memory hurts. After a time, I have heard memories become blessings. Sit down with your beloveds, past and present. Let time wash you a fountain of cleanse. Your memories may become blessings. One day. For now, pay attention. Be kind to yourself. Be more kind to others. Find your silence. Wait.
Yeah. So let's offer a Misha Berach, a healing prayer. All the people with COVID and cancer and Alzheimer's and other diseases we can't seem to cure. For those who are grieving and mourning and heartsick over loss. You can die, from a broken heart.
רפואת הנפש, רפואת הגוף, for the healing of the spirit, healing of the body. For those we know, for those we don't know. On my right, the angel Michael. On my left, the angel Gabriel. In front of me, the angel Uriel. Behind me, the angel Raphael. Above my head, above my head, above my head, above my head. Shekhinah. ברוך אתה אדוני רופא החולים. Blessed are you, great healer. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. Amen. Hope this is a good 46th day of the counting of the Omer, a good Rosh Chodesh Sivan, a good June 1st, beginning of Pride Month. All of these coming together. And may we take them all and work to be a blessing.
Amen.
Have a great day, everyone. A good day. A meaningful day. And we'll see you tomorrow.